What's up? It's Victor Wilt, and feels like it should be Friday, but it's Thursday. At least it's not Monday or Tuesday, I guess. So, as I began to peruse the internet today, saw a post about, all right, what would you do if someone gave you $1,000 a week to stop playing games? First thing that came to mind was the first thing that somebody asked in the comments. What kind of games? We talking video games? All games? You know, any kind of game whatsoever? No tag? I mean, I'm not going to get out and chase people in the snow and go, tag, you're it. Not the Victor Wilt style game. Well, let's see. What would I do if someone offered me $1,000 a week to stop playing, video games alone? I don't know if I'd take the money. I don't know if it's worth $1,000 a week to not play video games. Okay, what if you could do it 1 week on, 1 week off? So, half of the month you don't play video games and you get 2 G's. I could probably do that, but never play video games again? $1,000 a week? I don't think it would be worth it. Video games bring too much joy to my life. I was kicking back playing, of course, GTA San Andreas, my latest go-to, last night. And I'm at a point in the game. I mean, this is an old game. I can spoil things, right? For a game that's at least 15 years old. I don't even know when it came out. It's old. But I'm at a point in the game where you head back into the LA portion of the map, Los Santos, and riots have broke out. And so there's just mayhem everywhere that you go. You're trying to accomplish some of the things you've done throughout the game with a normal, type of city, going on. But now you got people, stealing TVs, just shooting each other in the streets. There's explosions happening. I really think San Andreas, even though GTA 5 has better graphics and definitely plays better, I think as an overall game, San Andreas really might be better than GTA 5. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't think I've ever made it all the way through San Andreas. I don't remember any of this stuff, but I don't know. Just there's a lot of unique things that happen in that game. And if somebody paid me $1,000 a week right now to stop where I'm at, I need an extra $1,000 a week. Trust me. Holy cow, if I had an extra $1,000 a week, man, talk about relief. Could I just do it for a while? Catch up on debt? That'd be nice. Should quit talking about what I'd rather be doing than being awake right now, playing video games. Okay, wait, that didn't make any sense. I'm trying to wake up. All right, cut me slack. It's the first break of the day. Feel bad for those who are on their way home from work every day and they get this break. The just after 6 o'clock break. When I'm warming up, I swear the show's better than this at times. Hopefully it'll improve today. I thought yesterday's show was pretty decent. Anyway, I'll be back in just a minute with a song that to me has always sounded like a Christmas song. And then, I'm going to figure out what we're going to do on this program. So I've talked a bit on air about collecting things over the years. I'm into collecting books. Don't ever sign up for any kind of mailing list that might get you deals on things that you're obsessed with collecting. I'm going through my email when I should be trying to find content for the radio show. Hey, do I have any emails? That'll be exciting. Well, sure, let's talk about the Cemetery Dance mailing list. Cemetery Dance, a publisher of horror novels, namely limited edition versions of horror novels. I've managed to get my hands on a few over the years when there's some real screaming deals. And at some point, I saw them post on Facebook. I think it was about a year ago, maybe a little longer. Hey, if you're interested in a signed limited edition for an extreme discount, blah, blah, blah. Shoot us an email. So I was like, wow, that's a really good deal. I don't remember what price they had going on, but for these particular books, in this range of collectibles, I was like, that's a great price. So I shot them an email and they're like, yeah, order one up. It's a mystery box. I'm like, ooh, this is fun. At the time, I was like, I could afford to drop whatever it was, $75, $100. I don't remember. So book shows up. It's I think it was a lettered edition of World War Z. Very, very nice copy. And that was a book that prior to that, my, girlfriend had told me, you should read this book. She had actually purchased me a copy. I need to get around to reading that for sure. Sorry, I've been slacking on reading in general. Hoping I can get myself back into the swing of things. But anyway, so I gave her the, limited edition copy I got because I thought she might really like it. But that put me on their mailing list. So this morning, I'm really glad it's Christmas time. And I've been purchasing gifts for people. I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, geez, I've spent a bunch of money. I get this email. And they're like, today we're offering the Jumbo Mystery Grab Bag for collectors. Only 15 of these grab bags will be sold, so act quickly if interested. This email arrived about an hour ago. All right, at least $1,000 worth of hardcover trade, limited, and lettered editions, paperbacks, magazines, and chapbooks. Yeah, I mean, Cemetery Dance, even their magazines and such are collectible. Chapbooks, in case you're wondering what that is, they're almost like little pamphlet books. I don't know how to describe them, but they're about that size, the size of a pamphlet, and generally, very limited edition, signed, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, over $1,000 worth of stuff, $350. I'm so glad that it's Christmas and I just spent a bunch of money because, it's pretty hard to justify dropping $350 on collectibles, But if it was mid-year, like close to my birthday, I'd be like, well, it's my birthday. And yeah, I'd just splurge out of control. So I didn't need to see that email this morning, but it did make me feel good that I've got the restraint, even knowing that's one of the best deals I've seen, that I cannot do it. Don't do it. But yeah, that's my advice today. If you're into collecting something, don't get on mailing lists, all right? Might as well not join any Facebook groups either. Don't look at Facebook Marketplace. Or at least wait till you're, away from the time of year where you've dumped a bunch of dough on getting gifts for the families, friends, significant others, and such. All right. I should delete that email before I look at it again. A surefire way to guarantee that you make it into the national news is if you're plotting any kind of crimes, throw on a stupid T-shirt while you're at it. It's not the first time we've seen a story like this coming out of Miami. Got a man who is wearing a T-shirt that says, "Good vibes only," in broad daylight, stealing an Amazon truck. And, all right, I hate to break it to people, but it's 2024. There are tracking devices in a lot of different vehicles because they're carrying valuable merchandise. There's also cameras everywhere, so they very easily tracked this guy down and, arrested him. And thanks to the fact this would have been just a regular old carjacking, but because Hassan Kane was wearing a shirt that said, "Good vibes only," he's all over the news. We're talking about him in Idaho. So I think you're better off trying to make viral videos on YouTube. All right. If you want a little bit of national fame, you might as well try to do something that could make you money rather than cost you lots of money as well as freedom. So I mean, this is Miami, shouldn't be surprised, but you might not want to wear a wacky t-shirt ever, because if something weird happens, you're going to end up in the news. You might not even be the one, committing crimes. Even as a victim, you might make international news because of your dumb shirt. Though if you have an "I'm with stupid" and the guy's getting dragged off by the cops in the background, that'd be a somewhat positive way to make yourself into the news. Is there any item that is both so amazing and great and so terrible as the cell phone? Yeah? Some of you kids might not remember the days before everyone having a cell phone. Old man Victor does. I think I got my first cell phone when I was about, I don't know, maybe 18 or 20, somewhere in there. I was out on my own at that point, so you kind of needed a phone. And prior to the world of cell phones, there were certainly many benefits. Not being able to be found every second of every day. Yeah, you could actually leave your house and you were off the grid. You were off the grid. It was great. It was great. Sometimes, you just want a little bit of peace and quiet and you don't want to be bothered. Well, now, if you don't pick up your phone for a few hours, people start panicking. And I do the same. It's just part of the world we're in. Somebody posted this question online. What was life like, before smartphones? Now, you did have to memorize people's phone numbers, things like that. I guess they did specifically say smartphones, not cell phones. I'm trying to think back before there were even cell phones. I can tell you, the internet, it was so much more peaceful before cell phones. When you had to have computer knowledge to use the internet, it was great. I mean, there are definitely things that are much better about the internet now. It's the everyone being able to post their thoughts at every second of the day that I think is a problem. Also, the addictive nature of the smartphone. I mean, I will admit to being hooked on scrolling. I can't help it, even though I know it's dumb. I could be sitting in front of my TV with some great entertainment to watch, and I'm paused on whatever I'm watching so I can scroll Facebook or Reddit. Like, why? You're not going to find anything that blows your mind. Maybe occasionally, but yeah, honestly, I don't know which I'd prefer. The convenience of the cell phone, and as a nerd, having a computer in my pocket at all times, being able to access whatever kinds of information, order stuff. I mean, I think, is it worth the trade-off for the stupidity of humanity? I don't know. Again, one of the greatest inventions of all time, the smartphone, but also one of the worst. I mean, you can't blame the device because it's just attached to the internet where the stupidity runs rampant. But there are times I miss the days prior to cell phones. But I think ultimately I'm going to have to go with the convenience. There's too many things I use it for. And I'd much prefer being able to be in touch with people than not. Well, Christmas time is here again. We're less than a week from the holiday, and maybe you're looking for a good soundtrack for your Christmas holiday. We, of course, have the best traditional Christmas playlist available anywhere on Classy 97, the Christmas music channel. Get the Classy 97 app if you want to stream Christmas music from anywhere worldwide. Now, trust me, best Christmas playlist you're going to get anywhere. I've been working on honing this for years, and it gets better every year. This year, the best one yet. But maybe traditional Christmas music isn't what you're looking for. Now, I haven't listened to any of this, but as I was looking for content, I saw somebody ask online, hey, are there any psychedelic Christmas rock albums? something that never occurred to me that might exist. Psychedelic Christmas rock, man. And I haven't listened to any of this, so this might not be any good at all. But a lot of people were recommending Psych Out Christmas. So I pulled it up on Bandcamp. You got the cover art here with like a, trippy spiral. You got Santa in the middle, and then the Grateful Dead-esque logo, Psych Out Christmas. I don't know what psychedelic Christmas music sounds like, but I figured we need to find out together. So let's see. Some of these might be original tunes, so I want to go with a Christmas song that we'd all be familiar with. Let's see here. Jingle Bell Rock from Quentin and Miss Pussycat. Okay, let's try this. Oh, boy. I guess I found my K-Bear Christmas music beds here. Doesn't sound like we're going to get any vocals out of this one. Quintron. Okay, not too impressed with that. How about the Candy Store with Frosty the Snowman? See, to me, that just sounds like the Ronettes. It doesn't reek of psychedelic. The first one was more weird, for sure. I mean, they advertise as trippy Christmas tunes. All right, Dead Meadow, Mele Kaliki Maka. All right, let's see if this one's weird. Put reverb on everything. There we go. This is sounding more like psychedelic rock with Christmas, I guess. Okay, all right. Gonna send this list over to Josh from Classy 97. Maybe they're looking for some weird stuff to play on their morning show. Sons of Hippies, Time of the Season. Let's scope this. All right, when my daughter gets in town, you want to hear some Christmas music? Getting ready for the holiday? I know I generally make you sit there and listen to metal, but how about we listen to some Christmas jams? Now, this isn't a Christmas song. It's a great song. I really enjoy this track. But I would have never thought about it as a Christmas song just because it has the word season in it.
Let me try with pleasure dance to take you in the sun to promised lands and show you
What a bop.
It's the time of the season for love.
You got to change it to it's the time of the season for Santa or something like that. All right, anyway, if you need more of that, Psych Out Christmas. It's online. All right, it was fun. It was fun. But again, I don't know, not quite what I was hoping for. Oh, well. Could y'all do me a favor? I don't think it's y'all, but could the world do me a favor and stop spoiling everything? Come on. I'm cruising through the internet here, and the season finale of Yellowstone just aired. I have not watched any of the new season. I've watched everything up to this point, and, I just kind of wanted to binge it out, so I was waiting for everything to get done. Show is done. They've wrapped it up, Yellowstone. And as I'm scrolling the internet, bam, spoilers. If you're going to make a post online, you have to put a spoiler warning, okay? Don't put it in the title of your post. There are people who haven't seen this yet. The episode's been out less than a week, okay? I wouldn't even spoil something like Red Dead online. I mean, I gave out a spoiler for a video game that came out like 20 years ago earlier on the show and still was like, ugh. because you just never know who has and who hasn't been able to experience these various pieces of entertainment. So don't do that. And then the spoiler post was also extra annoying because it was somebody critiquing the final episode of Yellowstone by calling it out as leftist propaganda. Now, having watched the entire series Yellowstone, aside from the, final episodes that aired in the last few weeks, the spoiled ending that I read about in a title of a post today was hinted at the entire series. Are people just not paying attention to the show? Like, they basically said the entire show what was going to happen. I mean, I've still got to dive in, check out the entire episode for myself, but it's getting so exhausting. Anything that people don't like, they toss one of a few terms at it. Propaganda, or that's woke, or that's fascist. Can we settle down, everybody, please, with these terms? I don't think a lot of people even have any meaning for these terms anymore. Just anything they don't like, they throw these terms at it. And I mean, it really dilutes the power of any kind of word, makes it pretty meaningless when you just throw it at everything. So, don't be a spoiler, okay? I mean, being a spoiler is more annoying than throwing around the same old terms for everything. But again, geez, do people just not pay attention to the content of certain series? It's like people being worried about Grand Theft Auto 6 being some kind of, leftist propaganda. Have you played any Grand Theft Auto game? They attack everybody. They're like South Park. Poking fun at everybody. Okay? That's how those games have always been. I don't know. People just kind of turn a blind eye to things at times, I think. Just create their own little tunnel vision when it comes to entertainment to end the world. So anyway, thanks for ruining Yellowstone for me. Internet. Spoiler warnings. It's not that hard. All right, we got a holiday coming up, which gets stressful. People are traveling at any time when you're dealing with airlines and stuff can be a bit of an aggravation. Yeah, try to exercise a little bit of patience if you're traveling at any time of the year, but especially during the holidays. I just watched a video of a WWE-style brawl at the Chicago airport. You got people picking up the wet floor signs, giving them the old chair treatment. I mean, at least they're not using folding chairs. But, just cracked right over the head as you're trying to get ready for a flight with a wet floor sign. Be no good. And also, I don't know if people understand this, but there is security at the airport. Like, you monkey around at the airport, you're going to jail, all right? They don't mess around. So I'm wishing you all luck. I don't know why people were fighting in the airport. I mean, there was like 5 people. It was a straight-on brawl. That's not going to help anything out with the holidays. Where's Dad? They got in a fight at the airport over, I don't know, his place in line to get a $10, small McDonald's cheeseburger. Yikes. Well, glad that I'm just staying home this holiday. Only crazies I got to worry about dealing with, my children and my cats. Who's going to be the crazier ones this holiday? I don't know. I guess I got to wait and find out. I'll keep you posted. Freak News is powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change, and Good Morning Peaches.
Good morning to you. It's National Emo Day.
National Emo Day. Oh, get. No celebrating Jade Davis today?
I'm thinking during the 4 p.m. hour, all emo requests for to peach their own.
That's a pretty good idea for National Emo Day. All right, 4 p.m. hour, Peaches hooking you up with all your favorite emo songs.
Because tonight will be the night.
All right, well, let's dive in and see what we got going on for Freak News today. Peaches, if you had to guess what the most beautiful winter city in the world is.
Ooh, I gotta go.
What do you think it would be?
Somewhere over in Sweden, maybe? Maybe
Nope.
Switzerland?
Nope. We're going to go, it's in the U.S.
Oh, it's in the U.S. I was thinking Iceland. Darn.
Amazingly, it's in the U.S., and it's known as was just named the most beautiful winter city in the world for its skyline and snowy winters. So there's a clue. It has a skyline.
Is it somewhere like on the East Coast? Like in the New England area?
Maybe.
Closer to Massachusetts?
Maybe.
Is it some obscure city in Massachusetts, or is it sort of close by, like in Connecticut?
Well, it has a skyline, so it's a major city.
Are you talking about like the skyline or skyline chili? Which one?
Yeah, like Idaho Falls, for example, does not have a skyline as far as I'm
you can
concerned.
imagine it.
You know, Pocatello, no skyline. Even Boise, I wouldn't say has a skyline. There's like 2 tall buildings.
Can you imagine that? If they started making a skyline here, how everyone would freak out?
Oh, it'll happen one of these days.
It will, because
if-
it's grown significantly.
Yeah, if you look back at 100 years ago, places like L.A. and Vegas and stuff, I mean, they were pretty small.
My parents' house started out as an orange grove, and then they demolished all of that and brought in all these same 6 models of houses, all in cul-de-sacs.
That's right. Nice, like at the beginning of the show, weeds. Ticky-tacky neighborhoods, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of what could it be? What could it be? Is it somewhere close by New York City?
Mm-hmm. I would call it close.
Is it like Yankton or
No, again, major city.
major city like
Major
Brooklyn?
city. It's got a skyline.
Or Brooklyn's like a
Brooklyn's like a suburb of New York.
Oh, okay. I give up. What is it?
It's Boston.
Oh.
Boston, which I find surprising because the article mentions that Boston hasn't had a white Christmas in 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, I mean,
good
think, for them.
You would think that actually does sound pretty good. You know who's not dreaming of a white Christmas? This guy.
You know who's had 70-degree Christmases before? This guy.
That sounds great.
Southern California.
Sounds wonderful. Sounds amazing. So yeah, I don't know. I would think. I guess they did say city, but you would think that I don't know, somewhere like
in the
Denver
world.
or Salt Lake.
But in the world.
In the world.
We're not talking about just here in the U.S. We're talking that Boston somehow beats Switzerland as an entire country,
Yeah,
Sweden, Norway,
crazy.
Finland, Iceland.
Because, I would think it would be somewhere with mountains
Yeah.
that would be the best, winter wonderland. Again, like, Denver or, I don't know, just somewhere where there's something to look at, along with the skyline. Even Salt Lake, they got pretty cool mountains during the wintertime. I don't know. So anyway, Boston it is, number 1. You got your headphones? Mm-hmm. Sure. It's freak news. It's the
Now, what year was this recorded? The same year that Jade was born?
yes, 1891.
Oh.
So the same year Jade was born. All right, Peaches. Welcome to the radio.
Number 1 for New Country, 105 The Hawk. Hey, send this to Cupid. Ask if they can speed it up.
Hey, I don't want to hear this guy yapping about it. I just wanted to hear the song. Yeah, too slow. Speed it up a little bit. So, yeah, I don't know if country's come a long way or not from that. What would you take, Luke Bryan or that song?
I can't tell. All I heard was like a tinny, weird funnel sound.
Yeah, old recordings, no good. We're living in the best age for music.
I bet somebody's like, hey, that's great grandpa right there.
It's got to be. Well, that could be 1891. That could be like great grandpa. That was a long time ago. That was 150 years ago.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
The 1980s are almost 50 years old.
Yeah.
We're 6 years away.
I know.
Almost 5.
Don't remind me.
You'll be 50 in a couple of years, Victor.
Victor Wilt will be 50. If I make it to 50, I'll be happy.
We'll do the big K-Bear Victor 50 birthday bash. You know how Howard Stern had all those musicians show up? We'll have Victor Wilt's little celebration.
All right. I'm down for that. If we can do something to make me feel better about 50. 50 sounds really old. I thought when you'd hit 40 that you'd be like, oh, geez, 40. I didn't really care when I hit 40. I'm like, no big deal.
Yeah, I'm dreading 30, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, and I don't remember how I felt when I hit 30. But I thought 40 was going to be like crushing. And no big deal. So maybe 50 will be like, well, even less of a who cares.
I know next year's the big golden birthday, 29 on the 29th. And I'm like, oh, what should I do? Should I go to Vegas with the friends? Should I do something?
Hey, depending on the time of year, Vegas can be a cheap and fun vacation.
Well, it's August 29th, so that's going to be
that's not
the
time to
peak
go
of
to
heat.
Yeah, that would be miserable. I've been to Vegas in August before. It sucks.
My birthday lands on a terrible, terrible day. I used to have to deal with like trying to throw a birthday party, and all my friends would be like, I'm starting school, or they're already in school and they have homework to do.
That's a bummer. My birthday's the opposite. There were times when the last day of school was on my birthday.
Oh, good for you.
And what a present. Yeah! Happy birthday to me!
Yeah,
Summer break!
My first day of college on my 18th birthday.
Oh, jeez. Bummer, man. That's a real bummer. All right, anyway, I got plenty more stupid news we'll get into throughout the program. Freak News is powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. Hang on. All right, let's take a look at a skit gone awry at a recent basketball game. The Charlotte Hornets. You got to think these things through and inform people, all of the details of what you got going on if you're going to do a skit that, might make the crowd and, everybody get a little bit crazy after. What they did was during the second quarter of Monday's game against the Philadelphia 76ers, they had their mascot come out dressed as Santa Claus. And they brought a 13-year-old fan out onto the court. After a letter to Santa requesting a PS5 was read aloud, a cheerleader gives this kid a PlayStation 5, and he's all excited. Who wouldn't be, right? Somebody just hands you a PlayStation 5. Yeah! Woo! Merry Christmas! And then they took it away from him and gave him a Charlotte Hornets jersey. You see this story yesterday, Peaches?
I talked about it yesterday, and I was laughing so hard at it because now this guy is probably going to switch teams and go to hey, I'm a fan of the 76ers now.
Yeah, it turns out they ended up giving him one, but as I read through the article, the kid's uncle is a season ticket holder, and so he had been approached by staff to participate in the skit, and I guess they told the uncle, hey, we're not really giving him a PS5. And he didn't tell the kid.
But why is it that they're just pretending to give somebody
I don't know.
that?
It's a terrible, ha-ha.
You know who owns that
Sweet
team?
Sweet prank, bro.
You know who owns that team, right?
No.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
I think he sold it. Never mind. I think he sold it. Never mind. He was an owner. He was the owner for the longest time. And, why would you give a kid a PlayStation 5, make him all happy, and then give him a jersey?
Yeah, it's a weird, they're calling it a skit, They're
calling it a skit because they want to say, it was all a prank.
Yeah, I don't know what they were going for here, but the kid's uncle, nobody seems to be going, hey, dude, you knew what was happening here. Why didn't you say anything?
See, I didn't see that part of the story at all.
Yeah, because I saw this story going around, and this particular article was the only one that pointed that out. But, nobody else knew what was going on, like the cheerleaders, the crowd, the players. Nobody knew what was going on, so they just thought they were bullying this kid.
Well, now
basically.
they got to send LaMelo Ball to the house and everything. They got to have their star player do something. I think that's what the guy said in a statement.
Yeah, they're giving the kid a PS5,
right? Which is it's a small purchase compared to all those contracts those NBA players have.
Yeah, exactly. $500. I don't think that the Charlotte Hornets team is going to go bankrupt by spending $500.
I'm looking up LaMelo Ball contract. He made $10 million last year.
$10 million?
This year, I should say. $8 million last year, $8 million the one before, $7 before that.
Yeah, you could get everyone on the team to pitch in, $10.
Yeah, he signed a 4-year, $35 million contract with $35 million guaranteed as well.
We can't afford to be giving these kids one PlayStation. That's out of our budget. They should get into the radio business. Was just chatting TV with my homie JD. Shout out to JD, K-Bear's Santa. We were talking about the TV show Yellowjackets as well as The Boys. I guess everybody watching Yellowjackets right now. I've been talking with Josh about it at Classy 97. I think we're pretty close to each other on where we're at in the series. Watched episode 2 of season 2 last night, and it looks like season 3 is set to launch on Valentine's Day, so that's pretty cool. So many great things scheduled for release in 2025. Man, I hope 2025 is a decent year. That's all I'm hoping for, just decent. You know, somebody recently shared a post that I made in 2019 talking about, I'm so excited for 2020. It's going to be awesome. Nope. We'll just go with, I hope the year is decent. You know, if we can get, a new season of The Boys, new season of Yellowjackets, new season of From, but most importantly, Grand Theft Auto 6. I think if Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out as it's been said to be happening in 2025, then I'll be fine. I'll be content with the... I shouldn't even say that. That'll jinx it too. Hope that GTA 6 comes out. Hope that 2025 is decent. Is okay. Is just all right. Anyway, if you haven't checked out Yellowjackets, I don't know if it's a show for everybody, okay? There have been a few scenes in it that I'm like, whoa, are they really going there? Oh my goodness. But if you're into, shows with some horror elements, you'd probably dig it. So that's what I've been diving into, Yellowjackets, and it's great. It's a lot of fun, but again, it's kind of gruesome at times. I'm sure it would make some people uncomfortable. So just a heads up. But great cast. You got Juliette Lewis, Christina Ricci. Tons of other people that I can't remember their names. But it's very well cast and very, very good. Well, just had another abducted by aliens moment here. I'm multi-tiered multitasking right now, doing way too many things at once. And I was working on the Monday show, because I'm not going to be here on Monday, so I was pre-recording Freak News, and I was talking about this Great Dane on an airplane. I know I was recording when I started. And then Jade walked in, so we had a great discussion about, pets in general, dogs, cats, snakes, alligators. It was a really funny and fun break. And then I think I cut off a song that you were listening to, because instead of stopping the voice tracker, I just hit the green button. And then I looked at the voice tracker, and it wasn't even recording. So me and Jade just did like a 5-minute break for no one. Just talking into the ether. And of course, it was a good break. I give you all these terrible breaks all the time. You put up with it. I finally lay down some decent content for a day I'm going to be gone. And then it was just for nothing. Nothing. Oh, it's so aggravating. So anyway, I guess maybe I need to only focus on like 2 tasks at a time instead of 3 or 4. Because it's getting me nowhere. Oh, and I just remembered I forgot to take notes on everything I'd been up to this morning so far as well. So I got to figure that out. Oh, too much to keep track of for a scattered brain like mine. Anyway, yeah, I'll be gone Monday, but there's still going to be a show. So tune in and check it out. And then as our Christmas gift to you, all of you who hate hearing my voice, on Christmas Eve and Christmas, you won't have to hear me at all, okay? Merry Christmas. Is it wrong to cheer for the eradication of a species? That's my question for you right now. All right, now listen. Hold on. I saw a news article where they're just letting everybody know that murder hornets, you remember them? Oh, the murder hornets are coming! Yeah, they can destroy a honeybee hive in just a few hours. They also sting people and it hurts like real bad. It sucks when you get stung by a murder hornet. Well, for the first time in 5 years, they are declaring that murder hornets have been eradicated in the United States. No detections of the northern giant hornet in Washington state since 2021, and they've just been kind of keeping an eye out, and they're like, all right, I think we're good. So, yeah, I mean, we ought to take care of the honeybees, you know? Very important for growing crops and the environment. So I don't know how they got rid of them, but they're gone. So if you were terrified of murder hornets, you don't need to worry anymore. Just wanted to give you some good news on a Thursday. All right, they're gone. Everything's going to be okay. By the way, yesterday, Peaches interviewed Matty Mullins from this band. You can find his interview on the socials as well as the Artist Interrogations podcast, available everywhere podcasts can be found. We're talking about Memphis May Fire. Check out his interview. Hey, it's the radio, so let's talk about today's holidays.
National
Peaches.
Holidays today. I came up with an accent there.
Yeah, where are you headed? Scotland or something?
We were watching AC/DC, and Brian Johnson has that little twang in his voice.
That might be where.
Well, little Lady Gaga, the way he refers to her is kind of weird. Because he's like 5'8" and he's 70.
Yeah, is she short? I don't know.
She's real tiny. I've been to the wax museum that Madame Tussauds, where they have the realistic statues of each celebrity. She's like 5'1".
Wow.
She's real small.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes celebrities that you think are average height end up being either really tall or really short. Like, I always thought Ollie Sykes was a short guy till I met him. I mean, he's very tall.
Same with Noah Sebastian of Bad Omens. I thought he'd be a tiny guy. He's like 6'4". Oh, jeez.
And then you got, like your Ronnie Radkes and Corey Taylors. Little guys.
Little guys, yeah. And they're always the most mad.
Something about being a little guy.
Look at Peter Steele. It's nice dude.
Nice and chill.
Big teddy bear. Look
Nice
at Corey
and chill.
Taylor. Putting his opinion out there and everything.
Yeah, it just goes to show the angriest person you've ever heard on K-Bear, Little Russell. So he's unhinged.
By the way, shout out big birthday. He turned 21 yesterday.
21?
Yeah.
Oh, let's take him out partying.
He's down in
Russell.
Pocatello.
Oh.
Let's go to the Oasis or something like that.
Club 91,
Yeah.
Russell. Take that. You can see the dancing ladies.
Ooh, he'd be happy. He'd be all
I
blushing.
can't imagine Russell at the bar.
What if he just comes in with a bunch of ones?
Well, yeah, he should have gone yesterday on his birthday. Because
They would have treated him real well.
Might have taken him up on the stage, Okay, anyway, we probably shouldn't get into those kind of details.
Russell Storms.
He has the name to work as the DJ at the strip club. He's just got to get that hacky voice, because for some reason, strip club DJs all talk like terrible radio DJs. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage,
Candy.
Candy. And then Buck Cherry starts playing. Okay, anyway, we're
Speaking of Buck Cherry.
Well, I don't know if they count. I don't know if they're just kind of a butt rock band. I don't think we'd lump them into National Emo Day.
I don't know. I was looking through many different playlists. You would have thought I was programming an entire emo radio station.
Jade 101.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alt's getting there. Alt is getting there to Jade 101.
Well, that's why I got to chime in sometimes, and be like, Jade, you're wrong. Getting some new wave up in there.
You're making darn sure that
I'm making
Alt 101
darn
is not
sure.
Jade 101.
But today, is it the 4 o'clock hour that's going to be Jade 101?
That's right.
All right. Peach is going all emo in celebration of National Emo Day during the 4 o'clock hour. But your pick of the day is a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
One of the worst bands of all time.
Well, you know what? Because Jade's tuning in right now, I think.
He's always eavesdropping on
Because he
me.
heard me say it's National Emo Day this morning with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's in his office like, what does he have lined up as the pick of the day?
Yeah,
He's
why doesn't
probably going
he-
to mess with things.
Yeah, why doesn't he keep an eye on, those rapscallions down the hall, Josh and Chantel? They're always up to trouble. He
Didn't
should
the-
be paying attention to them.
Didn't the Bobby Bones show just have like an explicit accident not that long ago where some listener dropped like the S-bomb and there was like a whole mishap to where they fix it real fast?
Oh, the producer didn't know how to deal with the dump button?
There was a while back, I remember. Jade was running around.
Huh? I don't remember that one. I remember there was like a delivery problem, but I don't know if it was a language problem. I just thought we didn't get the show right or something.
No, there was a naughty
Well,
word.
you look at Bobby Bones, another guy just as vile as Little Russell. You know, they kind of look the same.
They do.
Yeah.
They're right. It's like the evolution of Russell Storms.
He's going to be Bobby Bones someday. Just needs some thick-rimmed glasses.
Right.
Already got the nerdy look going on. I'm just
definitely.
playing, Russell. Just playing. You're a nice fella.
You're picking on the little guy.
But I'm a little guy, too. So I can pick on the little guy. I can pick on little guys and big guys because I'm right in between. I'm short enough that I can be like, look at you giant. And then the short guys be like, you're smaller than me. You're really small.
Even your younger brother, way bigger than you now?
Oh, he's been way bigger than me since, like, when I was in 6th grade or something. I mean, we were real young when all of a sudden he was taller than me. And, I learned my lesson because I used to, pick on him a little bit. And then he threw me across the room one time. I was like, oh, okay.
You started picking on your sister?
Yep. Hey, Amanda, look at this. Got a little plastic spider in my hand. Oh, boy,
The shot gum.
Boy, did my mom get mad. Let's talk a bit about YouTube. All right. In the last year or so, I would say I've gotten really into YouTube. I watched videos from time to time over the years, but it didn't really become one of my go-to places for sitting back, relaxing, and watching stuff till this last year. And one of the content creators I've watched a number of videos from is a guy named McKenty, also known as the Punk Rock MBA on YouTube. Well, I guess this just goes to show that it's not only politicians who can make a really good living just by lying to people repeatedly to, gather support and a fan base. McKenty, boy, did he pull off a grift. He has retired from YouTube and says that he reached his financial goals. He hated doing music content. He has no interest in music. And all of his content was based around music. Just said in an interview, I would look up information on Wikipedia, make these informative videos, but I didn't really give a crap. He said things like, learning an instrument is a waste of time. And, thinking back to some of the videos I watched, I think there were clues there. He talked about his history in marketing, working for like Nike and Nintendo and things like that. I mean, it's right in his name, Punk Rock MBA. Might seem like he was all about the business just based on the channel name, but disappointing. Disappointing because he really did play himself off pretty well as a, grown-up, now hipster, former hardcore kid. And he was just a liar. Just a liar. It's crazy. He had me convinced. Even if I disagreed with him at times on his takes, I was like, well, he's definitely a music guy, very knowledgeable, etc. Okay, I guess if you're producing videos and writing a script, you can appear knowledgeable about just about anything. So that's pretty disappointing. I still think he put out some really good videos. I watched one about System of a Down recently, which one of his claims he made in this interview where he talked about why he quit YouTube was that he had never listened to System of a Down. It's like, dude, you had to hear the songs when you were making the video. Come on. You never heard Chop Suey. Never. Whatever, dude. So anyway, I guess one slot in the, metal music space on YouTube has opened up. Because, boy, talk about a way to get some backlash from your audience. I just made this crap so you guys would give me money. Idiots. Thanks. It's kind of like the arguments I've been getting in with people in radio online. Sometimes being ethical and legitimate, well, it just doesn't take you very far. So, in this day and age, be a greedy dirtbag, and you will find the success you've always dreamed of. Thank you again for tuning in to The Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.